Today we are going to do a summarizing of all we know, and we need to remember that we were working with two methods to obtain the trigonometric ratios of an angle which belongs to the second quadrant, third or fourth quadrant. We had two methods around the x-axis and around the y-axis, and these are all the possibilities we have. We have alpha, always alpha, okay, and after that 180 minus alpha, 180 plus alpha, or 360 minus alpha. This is around the x-axis. Around the y-axis we have alpha. This is not one of our examples, but we are going to add it. And we have 90 plus alpha and 270 minus alpha and plus alpha. So the thing is that all these pair of angles have a corresponding name. Go ahead with the definitions then. Well, we have all the definitions here, and they correspond to all the relationships among the trigonometric ratios of two angles. The first definition that we have is complementary angles, and these are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. So they both together complete a 90 degrees angle. So if we have this alpha, the other one is 90 minus alpha, 90 minus alpha. Okay, but we have supplementary angles. What does it mean? That we are going to have two angles. In this case, they are going to add up to 180. They complete a straight angle in this case. So if we have this alpha, the other one is the whole sum 180 minus alpha. So next pair of angles is 180 minus alpha. The next definition is opposite angles, and this definition is regarding the values, okay? The values, the numbers, which means that we are going to have here alpha with this sense, and here negative alpha. Negative alpha is this angle which has the same trigonometric ratios as 360, this one minus alpha, isn't it? Okay, so our pair is alpha and negative alpha, or 360 alpha and 360 minus alpha. So when we have this pair of angles, we are talking about opposite angles. But we also have angles with a difference of 90 degrees, which means that we are going to have alpha and 90 plus alpha, or angles with a difference of 180, alpha and 180 plus alpha. And we can do the same thing with 270. Two angles that add up to 270. So we have in this case, okay, what do we have? We have alpha and 270 minus alpha, or with a difference of 270. So alpha and 270 plus alpha. All these pairs are represented on our first slide, okay? So here we have 90 minus alpha, 90 plus alpha, 180 minus alpha, 180 plus alpha, 270 minus and plus alpha, and 360 minus alpha, all of them. Therefore, It's interesting that we know the definitions, and moreover, we know how to obtain all the trigonometric ratios of all these angles. Because as we know, if we are working around the x-axis, the sine of my angle, one of these three, is the same as the sine, positive or negative, of the angle from the first quadrant, and the cosine is the cosine, positive or negative. But it's not the same thing if we are around the y-axis, because the sine is the cosine, positive or negative, of my angle from the first quadrant, and the cosine is the sine. This is what the most important information from here, and obviously the definitions. So here you are a diagram with all the information placed in a different way, in this case in Spanish, to know the proper names. And that's all for today. Thank you so much.